Although it may seem that everything is motionless in the sky, the truth is that the stars move at great speeds, but their movement is almost imperceptible, due to the great distances. Even our Earth, dragged by the Sun, moves at hundreds of kilometers per second through the galaxy. But in the Milky Way there are some enigmatic objects that defy our understanding. Their high speed and shape is something out of the ordinary. Round-shaped objects have been seen that shine at their edges, and some of them are heading towards us at high speed. It is not only these objects that intrigue scientists. Something strange comes from the Andromeda Galaxy, at thousands of kilometers per second. Superfast objects that travel fast enough to escape the gravitational pull of Andromeda, and if they pass close to our solar system, they can cause chaos on Earth and other planets. It is something we did not expect. They are the appetizer of the collision that will create a galaxy within about 4.5 billion years. In addition, the European Space Agency, using the Euclid Space Telescope, has detected enigmatic objects in the darkest part of the universe. The most intriguing thing is that they seem to enter and leave between galaxies with anomalous chemical compositions. Space is not as empty as we thought. What are these objects? And why do they make such a strange journey? At first glance, we might think that the Sun is stationary, surrounded by planets that revolve around it. However, the truth is that the Sun moves at an incredible speed of about 220 kilometers per second as it orbits the center of the Milky Way. This figure is impressive, but it is nothing compared to what astronomers recently discovered. At this moment, astronomers are focused on a rogue object that is moving towards the center of the Milky Way at an astonishing speed of 1.9 million kilometers per hour, that is 0.17% of the speed of light. In fact, its speed is so fast that it will escape the gravitational pull of the Milky Way, which is approximately 550 kilometers per second, exactly the speed that this hypervelocity object is going. This object, named QUIS J1249 plus 3621, is drawing attention not only for its speed, but also for its uncertain nature. Located about 400 light-years from Earth, it has a mass that is barely 8% of that of the Sun, and it is not classified as a star or a giant planet. This body was discovered thanks to the joint work of scientists and volunteers from the Backyard Worlds project, Planet 9, who used data from NASA's WISE Space Telescope to track nearby objects. In the images it can be seen as a reddish color, moving much faster than the other stars. The most intriguing thing is that this object seems to be traveling so fast that it is not gravitationally bound to our galaxy, making it part of a select group of objects known as hypervelocity objects. These are usually found much farther from the Sun, but this object is relatively close. What could have caused this object to reach such an extreme speed? There are several theories. It could have been expelled after a catastrophic stellar explosion, or it could have been part of a binary system with a white dwarf, a type of dead star that by absorbing material from its companion exploded, giving it the necessary impulse to escape. There is also the possibility that it was ejected from a globular cluster, where interactions with black holes could have launched it towards its current trajectory. Or it could have been ejected from the center of the Milky Way by the supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A. Finally, there is a more exotic possibility that this object did not originally belong to our galaxy, and that it is an intruder from another place in the universe. Although this hypothesis is less likely, given its almost perfect orbit within the plane of the Milky Way, it is still a fascinating option. When analyzing the composition of this cosmic enigma, researchers found something much more enigmatic, a strange chemistry that reveals elements such as sodium, lithium and potassium, as well as some amounts of hydrogen, which has generated more questions about its origin. At first it was thought to be a brown dwarf. A brown dwarf is a failed star that does not have enough mass to initiate nuclear reactions, but Professor Adam Burgasser of the University of California, San Diego, and his team have suggested that it cannot be a brown dwarf, as no absorption of molecules such as methane and water has been detected, which is common in this type of object. The reality is that it is a low-mass star, called an L-type dwarf, a class of ancient stars that are much cooler than the Sun. The most interesting thing is that there may be more intruding objects from other galaxies that enter our own, something that a few decades ago we had not even imagined. And this is where the Euclid Space Telescope mission comes in. With a wider field of view than the Hubble and James Webb, it is covering a third of the sky in visible and near-infrared wavelengths. These impressive images of the universe show us a large number of stars and galaxies in visible and infrared light. Although designed to explore the mysteries of dark matter and energy, along with the expansion of the universe, it is also detecting a large number of wandering objects, thousands of stars and planets, that do not belong to any galaxy. As we have more powerful telescopes and more sophisticated surveys, we detect more anomalies in deep space, and these are even more unusual. These 4 objects detected in the depths of space are unknown. They are circular-looking structures that emit intense flashes and radio wavelengths, but remain completely invisible in other forms of light, such as visible, infrared, or X-rays. We have never seen anything like this before. This time it is not a low-mass star, nor any known type of star. They look like ringed islands and have been named rare radio circles, or RCS. Their presence has been detected outside the galactic plane, which adds an additional layer of mystery to their origin and nature. The discovery was made through an ambitious evolutionary map project of the universe, which uses the ESCAP radio telescope at the Matheson Astronomy Observatory, Australia. This radio telescope, with its 36 coordinated antennas, provides a wide view of the night sky, revealing cosmic phenomena that were previously unknown. In addition, the 4th object was detected in data from the Meterwave Radio Telescope Archive in India, confirming the authenticity of these unusual objects. The problem is that despite the large amount of data, scientists still cannot classify these objects within any known category of astronomical phenomena. After ruling out explanations such as supernovae, star-forming galaxies, planetary nebulae, and gravitational lenses, hypotheses have leaned toward the possibility that these or other objects could be shock waves from extragalactic events, or perhaps a hint of unknown activity in a radio galaxy. Christine Speckens, an astronomer at the Royal Military College of Canada, suggests that these objects could represent a new phenomenon not yet discovered, or perhaps an extension of previously identified but poorly understood classes of objects. We don't yet know all the types of objects in the universe, and these are completely new to us. But that's not all. A team of scientists led by astrophysicist Lucas Gulzo revealed an unthinkable discovery. A group of stars are shooting out from the confines of Andromeda and heading towards us at speeds of more than 1,000 kilometers per second. These hypervelocity stars, as they are known, are so fast that they have managed to escape the powerful gravitational pull of their parent galaxy, something that until recently was considered practically impossible. No one would have thought that the Andromeda Galaxy would come bearing these cosmic gifts long before it merges with our galaxy in about 4.5 billion years. The danger that these stars represent does not only lie in their speed, but that they can enter our solar system and upset the delicate balance of the planets and other celestial bodies. Although the possibility of a direct collision with one of these stars is almost zero, their mere proximity could unleash chaos. As they pass close to our cosmic neighborhood, the gravity of these wandering stars could alter the orbits of the planets, knocking gas giants like Jupiter out of their millennia-long dance around the Sun, or even pushing giant asteroids from the Oort cloud into the interior of the solar system. The consequences would be catastrophic, devastating impacts on Earth and other planets, extreme climate changes, and possibly an abrupt end to life as we know it. The first clue to this phenomenon came from the detailed study of the Gaia Space Observatory, which has made the most precise three-dimensional map of the galaxy and has been mapping with unprecedented precision the position and movement of billions of stars and tens of thousands of exoplanets in the Milky Way. It was through this data that scientists noticed something strange. Several stars were moving at such high speeds that they could not have originated in our galaxy. After an exhaustive analysis, researchers concluded that these stars came from Andromeda, propelled along their path by violent events such as the explosion of supernovae, or close interactions with supermassive black holes. The finding, although alarming, is also a reminder of the scale and complexity of the universe. The Milky Way and Andromeda are destined to merge, but that outcome is still billions of years in the future. However, these hypervelocity stars are the prelude to this titanic fusion, the first notes of a cosmic symphony that will culminate in the creation of a new and gigantic galaxy. From our spaceship Earth, we marvel at how interstellar asteroids from other systems and strange objects come to our galaxy. Some orbit the Milky Way as if they were intergalactic comets, entering and leaving the galactic plane. They can even exchange material between other galaxies and star clusters, but others come to stay, to enrich our galaxy with material. In the universe, nothing is isolated, there are no borders. In universal time, humanity witnesses a frame, a blink of an enormous cosmic spectacle and beauty.